Good morning. It's been a long time. And my birch tree, look at my birch tree. It's been so long that my birch tree's almost leafed out. I love her in the springtime. Got a few clouds out there this morning, but it's not too bad. I'm going to take you out back in a little bit and show you all the work. Sorry about that. Show you all the work that I did. It's really hard to get this sit there. That I did on my garden yesterday. I actually both lawns. We got a push mower, a fancy new push mower that's supposed to be better. And actually, it does seem to do a good job. I think it's made in Germany or something like that, and it works really well. But it was a lot of work for me. I'm looking for my strainer. I made sure when I was done that I took three Advil. Does anybody know a good herbal pain reliever? You know, anti-inflammatory that works fairly quickly. I think I've heard once that, is it willow? I think Hedge Living once said something about willow, but I don't have any willow tincture. I certainly would be willing to give it a try, because I really don't like taking the regular anti-inflammatories because they kind of mess up my digestion later on. But anyway, so I did that, and then and then before I went to bed, I don't have we're like working on where our bathtub is, so I don't have it set up so I can take a hot bath. So I just took a hot shower before I went to bed. I want a hot tub. I want an old style wooden round hot tub. There's actually a place online, it's called Snorkel Tubs, I think. And that's one of the visions I have for this house. I've had a lot of visions for this house. I don't know. We'll have to see how things go as we go through this whole process. I mean, we're still living together now and will be for at least a couple of years, but once I can get gainful employment and start being able to pay for stuff as far as the house goes, I would like to keep it. I don't want to move from this house, and I see making it into something really wonderful with the gardens and a studio, and I don't know. I see it as a place of art and healing. That's my vision anyway. You know, we've all got to have our. Wow, this is a really big mug of tea. We've all got to have our visions, you know. Out back. Actually, I think we can leave my tea in here. The herbs are coming up good here. The potted ones I have. It's my tarragon and my rose geraniums blooming, and my hops are doing well. Yay! And my my star jasmine's kind of coming back. But anyway, come down here and show you. Of course, I got this whole bed cleaned out. I don't know, it might even be like a month ago. That's my lemon balm. I think I showed you that. And the chase tree is finally coming back. I've been talking to the chase tree, asking it if it would set berries this year. The past couple of years it's blossomed but not set any berries. And the peonies are getting buds, which is very exciting. I did the front yard, but I'm not going to show you the front yard. I worked on the front yard. But anyway, so this is the lawn. This is the lawn that I mowed with push mower. And let me tell you, some of the grass was like 8 inches tall and very thick in places. But there's the fig. And I cleaned up the patio. And what I did was I had a lot of scraps of like dead There's some right there dead. For my white, I've got white sage out front, and sometimes sections of it just kind of die off, so I break them off, and I put them in the fire pit yesterday, and it was like I was smudging the house because of the smoke. But this is that thing that I'm not sure what it is. It was supposed to be mugwort when I first bought it, but I don't think it is. I have to get some other mugwort. Some sage coming back. But what I did yesterday, the St. John's wort's doing really well there. I still have like a ton of weeds to take care of, but I transplanted. This is my Mariah Carnegie, which is the leaves are used in Indian cooking. I think they just call it curry leaf, but it's not the same as like curry plant. That's something else. But it is finally growing into more of a tree. It has branched. It was one stalk before, but it's branched, and it looks like it might be putting out some little sprouts in different places. And there was a bunch of weeds in here, but this is shiso that comes up every year because it grows like a weed. And there's some onions in here too. I don't know why, so I just left them. There's my tangerine, and there's my little Japanese maple. I transplanted that. It was in a pot that size, and so it's all leafing out now. And other than that, I was just showing you my handiwork on the yard because it looks so good. Just kind of progress back here. My comfrey is growing nicely, which I'm very excited about because I want to make some more comfrey oil, which is something I've been using regularly. And yeah, that's the motherwort. It's kind of putting up stalks already. I don't know. I want to fill in with a whole bunch of other herbs, medicinal herbs. But yeah, I'm very proud of what I did yesterday. And it's a beautiful morning. That's the garden. It's doing pretty well. Well, it's all cleaned up. Well, it's not all cleaned up. The grass is mowed and a couple of things are transplanted. And I am very sore. I'm afraid I'm getting another bout of frozen shoulder, which would really suck. But considering I hold a lot of physical, how do I say this? I hold a lot of psychic kind of energy, especially negative energy in my body, and I have been through so much in the past, almost a year, that it's not surprising that some of this stuff is settling in there, and I just have to work it out and find ways of dealing mostly with my pain. But I do. It's not stuff that is debilitating, so that's good. I can still move, and I figure as long as I move, I can move, I'm going to move, even if it doesn't feel particularly good. I'm not going to do anything outrageously painful, but still. So both yards are done, and oh, that's the other thing. On the front yard, on the easement, we've got a couple of red maples out there, and there's some grasses that just all they do is the weeds grow in them. And the oxalis grows everywhere this time of year, and there's no way to deal with it. I mean, you can poison it, but we don't like to use poison, so we just let it grow and then we pull it out, but it's like a real pain. But anyway, my point was that I'd like to plant the easement, which is probably 35 feet, maybe 30 feet, by about 6 feet. It's got the 2 trees, but I'd like to fill it up with white sage and lavender. I think that would be really great, and I could use both of those, because the white sage seems to actually, there's a little sprout that started off from the main plant, so that was good to see. So I have plans for lots of different things, and I'm getting in contact with different people too, that herbalists and stuff, that I might be able to learn some things from. And I got to see about gardening groups. That might be another avenue for me to pursue. I'm getting together on Wednesday with a woman that is still, I was with a gallery back in 2006, 2007, I think it was. And it was in Oakland, and the gallery's still going. Hindsight's 2020. I regret kind of leaving them, but I wasn't making the kind of artwork I am now, and I feel like what I'm making now actually is more appropriate for a venue like that. But in any case, she contacted me some time ago saying that they're going to have an anniversary show this summer, an alumni show, and she invited me along to exhibit as well. So I need to take some pieces that I already have, I'm going to take and show them to her, and then I'm going to bring my laptop and show her some of my other stuff that I have available but I don't necessarily have printed. And it was interesting too, because when I wrote her back, and then I was telling her about what's going on with my marriage and everything, and she wrote me back, she said, "Oh, as it so happens, I've been married for 24 years and I'm getting a divorce." So, you know, they say it's an epidemic. Apparently there was a show on Talk of the Nation about divorce, people in, you know, that are in their 50s, I guess, getting divorced. But whatever, it is what it is. So that's going on. So I'm feeling a little bit more energy these days, which is good. I'm still a little bit nervous about not bringing in money right now, but I'm trying to talk to her. Excuse me for jumping around. This is terrible. We call this the Bannock Drift. That's my name, my maiden name, which I'm going to use for photography and maybe eventually go back to if I want to jump through the legal hoops of changing it back. Anyway, the Bannock Drift is when you just kind of jump around and you use pronouns so you don't know what people are talking about. So I'm going to talk to Joan and we'll see about getting what she wants in the show. So that's a good thing. And I suggested that perhaps they would like me to photograph the openings. So I may do that. Again, I'm giving a lot of work away right now, but I kind of feel like I need to do that. Just remember what else I was going to say. I was going to talk about the stock photography place that specializes in food photography. Unfortunately, they require you to use a 12 megapixel digital camera, and mine is only 10. So that sort of eliminates that. However, they do accept film images. So the other thing I was considering is doing a whole series using my toy camera with my close-up filters, because I've done some really good food photography with that. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm not sure. The lighting of the pictures, they're very, very commercial. My work is strong, but it's more artistic in nature. So I'm not sure it would be suitable unless I'd like really worked on getting a different kind of lighting set up. So anyhow, that's what's going on. I hope you're all doing well. This first week in April, it finally stopped raining here, so that's nice. Although we needed the rain, so that was good too. We'll be talking to you. Okay, bye. Or I will be talking to you. I don't know why I say we. Bye.